Welcome. This video will show you 10 of the best young defensive midfielders Football Manager 22 has to offer. For this video, I'm going to focus on players that are 20 years or younger. And when it comes to youngsters in Football Manager, there's always an amount of RNG involved. These players can have a little bit varied potential from save to save. Make sure to scout them yourself in your save. And we are starting with a pretty big name because we have Mr. Unai Vencedor playing in Spain for Athletic, and he has been starting matches in the La Liga for 2 seasons now. He made his debut 2 years ago, and last season was the first season I was actually playing quite a few games. And looking at these stats, he is already at 20 years old, starting to look really good. And he can play both as a defensive and a regular midfielder, and yeah, a very good player. Probably going to cost quite a bit to sign him. We are heading from Spain to Germany, and another player that already looks very good is 20-year-old Angelo Stiller, and Hoffenheim actually managed to get him for free from Bayern Munich, and I have a serious feeling that Bayern Munich will be regretting letting this lad go for free, because look at these stats as 20, he already looks fantastic. And from Germany to Portugal, but the player is not Portuguese, he's actually Uruguayan, and he's playing for Sporting. Another 20 years old player, another player that's starting to look really fantastic. I mean, he's green everywhere. He got the real stats wherever he needed, and he's actually already capped for his national team. In Russia, playing for CSKA Moscow, we have Maxim Mukhin, and he's 19 years old, and 18, 16, 18, 18, and then a bunch of 15s and 14s and 30s. Yeah, this young Russian will be playing a lot of games for their national team, because yeah, at only 19 years old, he already have 5 caps. I mean, imagine when he's 35, my gosh. Yeah, sign him if you can. Now it's time for a Austrian player playing for Salzburg, Nicolas Seiwald. And you can actually see a few 16s here, some 15s, a lot of 13, 14s. Give him 2 more seasons to develop, and he will look fantastic. And he's also another lad that can play in both the central position and the defensive midfielder role. And we have a 16-year-old here, and at 16, this lad, I mean, look at so much green here for a 16-year-old. This guy could be worth his weight in gold in a few seasons if you keep on developing him. Because yeah, he's only 16. Such a fantastic talent. Next up, we have Barcelona, Spain, and Nico. 19 years old, they can play in both positions here in the midfield, and he looks fantastic. I feel like in most other clubs than Barcelona, he would already be playing and starting in the first team matches. But Barcelona is a tough club to get a place in, but yeah, look at these stats, fantastic. But probably going to be very expensive too. But maybe so much competition in Barcelona that he gets transfer listed or something, and you can pick him up for a good price. And if you can do it, because yeah, look at these stats. Back to Portugal, and this time we actually have a Portuguese player. And when you look at his stats, you might feel like, wait, these doesn't look so good compared to the previous ones. Well, this lad is only 16 years old. And he has these stats at 16. We see some red here, means there are 16s. But look at it right, like even every stat for his position, more or less, he has the right stats. I mean, in 4 years, he's been developing for 4 years. All these skills will be much higher, and still just going to be 20. So yeah, this is a tremendous talent for the future. And maybe, just maybe, you can get him without paying those insane amount of money that you might need to get the other lads on this list. And one of the most promising English young defensive midfielders is Oliver Skipp, playing for Tottenham, and another player that looks fantastic. He's on 17, 16, 16, and of course a bunch of 15s and 14s. And he made his debut 3 seasons ago, all the way back in the 2018-2019 season. And the last year was loaned out to the Championship, was a regular starter for Norwich. And now he's back in Tottenham, starting to challenge for one of the first team's positions. Of course, it's going to be expensive, but if you can get him, he's most likely going to be worth it. And finally, my #1 pick. Playing for Juventus, we have Nicolò Rovella, 19-year-old Italian, and yeah, I mean the stats says it's all. At 19, and we see so many good stats, so much like looking for like the deep lying playmaker and other roles. He's just fantastic, fantastic. And like last season, he was playing Serie A. The season before that, he was playing a few games in the Serie A. Like already getting experience at the young age of 19. Fantastic sign, but you probably won't let go of him easy. And guys, I need to tell you a smart little trick here. Because looking through this video, there's quite a few players whose name can be hard to spell. So in the description for this video, I actually put the names of every player in this video. So you can easily copy the name and paste it straight into Football Manager. And of course, if you found this video helpful, press that like button because that helps me out. And did I miss any of your favorite young defensive midfielders? Let me know in the comment section below because I would love to share that knowledge. And of course, if you're new here, press that subscribe button for more FM22 content. Thank you for watching.